So this is looking at you. This is speaking here. Here. It's just intertwined conditioning. Completely intertwined in I don't know of itself. For some time it looks like a dream, because yeah, it was just like the dream of the character. It did what it had to do, and then it just forgot. It's like, oh, that was a. It's like you wake up and it's like, oh, that was an interesting dream. It's like, and then you forget about it. It's just facade, like mirage. Uh, yeah, that's it. Uh, yeah, so it's just beautiful. So anything is like that. Great things happening, wars, work, relationships, like dreams. Uh, the software of the character just gets installed, and you play a game, and then it gets installed, uninstalled, and you're like, oh, that's freedom. But it's just the program got installed. That's all. That's all. It's like God decides, okay, I'm done playing this game. Time to uninstall, and let's try something else. God is, this magician coming up with new games, new worlds, new ideas, new characters, ship shifting them, and trying different characters and seeing what happens. And when these two characters interact together, what happens? He's just testing. He's just mixing things all over. He's a cook. He's a chef. He's just creative cook. He's just trying different foods and seeing what happens. An experiment, maybe something beautiful comes, something, and then maybe, oh, it becomes like interesting, and then it stays for a while because it works. It seems to work, and then it doesn't. When it doesn't, it's just okay. I tried it too much. Okay, yeah, I'm sick of this meal now. Let's try to make something new. You see, and God just moves on with another meal, and so on and so forth. He's just a meal. He's just a chef. He's just this creative chef. And maybe like 90% of everything is just messed up. And then something happens. Earth, human beings. It's like, okay, that's something. So God is just messing around. He's more innocent than one would expect. He's just very innocent, playing with these puppet characters, very innocent. And to create something like to create an effect, it requires energy. A lot of investment from God to create a big war, to create a big effect, Earth. To create something, to create a relationship, to create, a father, a mother, a reliable character, a reliable person. That requires energy. How can this person do the same thing every day? There has to be some energy propagating this artwork of a person. being this way, to propagate this movie, this specific movie. And thus everything needs energy. Speak with people, they need energy, they need to see you powerful, they want to see your power. And they feel also empowered, they feel they have to respect that power because it creates a lot of effect. And thus God thinks, okay, this is good. You're helping my dream. I will, it's an investment. But really, all these movies need energy. But what doesn't require any energy? What doesn't require any investment is already the closest thing to you, is already your own very heart, is already your best beloved, which is not requiring anything. That is God. Because God doesn't need energy for himself to exist. He needs energy to create things. He doesn't need energy for himself. And as he's here choicelessly, he's more beautiful, just flowering himself to himself and presenting flowers from himself to himself again and again and again, because yeah, his total beloved has totally accepted you when you're without any energy, without any capability to create an effect, without any capacity to be someone reliable, reliable, reliably somebody. You die so many times. Every day you sleep, you die. You still ask what's after death. Your characters get broken at one point. In this specific situation, your character gets broken. You know, this specific person, this specific, because it requires the effect of energy. You die. But even in this situation, God didn't go anywhere. He just created this effect. And when you're not dealing with someone else. You're dealing with that same energy, creating an incentive in you to wake up, to do this. It's the incentive that really creates something. The power of the incentive, of the cause, the fight, is completely impersonal. From where does the incentive come to do this? Right now, to get a sense of time in just like 15 or 10 minutes, to do so much, like as if it's a day. That incentive is impersonal. But with or without it, the beloved already accepts you completely. With all your shit, with all your possible incarnations, with how you look, no matter in which direction the flower is looking, it's the same. Itself, it is still a flower. Still, it is itself in all its incarnations, all of its potentialities. The beloved completely accepts. And thus, that's the situation. You see someone, you may say there's some relevancy, some relatability than someone else. But the relatability is more and more and more as you get closer to you. That which is completely you completely doesn't care about what you do, how you look like. Even in my own mind may tell me, no, this is not how it should be. Even I have conditions for myself, standards for myself, no matter how little. But this itself, this complete and total beloved, completeness, completely doesn't care of what I do, if I'm here or no, if I even disappear. It's completely in love. This is what it is, unconditional. Just here, just lighting, without anything, without energy, with zero energy. And yeah, God can do anything. He can do wars also. He can create wars. People fighting, killing one another. That's also the love, because these people, they give meaning to one another. They keep each other in the fight. It's exciting. War is happening. Now I have reason to exist, fighting someone else. They are lovers in disguise. They disguise themselves as warriors. They put on a helmet and they start fighting and they say, "We're in a war now." But underneath, they are already in love. They are giving each other meaning. They're dedicated to giving each other meaning. Somebody strikes and the other is waiting to strike back, to give him meaning even more. He cannot wait to give him the next hug, to give him the next kiss right away. Hit and get hit, cut and get cut. Just complete love, giving itself meaning. Without the enemy, what are you? Without the mirror, where are you? Can you see anything? It is the mirror that tells you you're here. You're significant. Your existence. And the worst thing is when there's no enemy, and then you're not here, and the enemy is not here, and then you lose the meaning, and you get meaning by enemy. Losing meaning, getting meaning. That cycle of love. Uh, is how God is just expressing different potential of love. There is war now happening in Ukraine, in Gaza, and these people are all brothers. Abraham is the father. I, Isaac and Ishmael were brothers. The envy happening from the wife of Abraham, Sarah, on the concubine of Abraham, Hagar, because she had the son, not out of, miracle or whatever. But that is the start of the animosity, and they're all already one and the same blood. They are one and the same, brothers and for each other. And although on the surface they seem enemies, filled with hate, that is just the surface. Underneath, they keep each other. They cannot live without the other. Imagine one side without the other. You can never tell how they're gonna be, how they feel important. Just imagine. So it's exceptional. This is just completely shocking, exceptionally shocking in what it can do, in how it expresses its love to itself, the maturity of it, the, the unexpectancy of it, of how it can express itself. That it doesn't have to be something creative or beautiful. It can be initiated. You can think of it horrible. You can think of it completely degenerate, but it's still expression of its love. Express the meaning of the other side. Yeah, that's all. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.